This is a 2020 Ford F350 Super Duty in Lariat trim, and today we're going to review it. Today we're working with our friends at TorqShift Ford in New Ulm, Minnesota. Hey folks, I'm Rob.
And I'm Nathan.
And we are Two Guys in a Ride.
Say, Nate, what are we taking a look at today?
Hey, Rob. Sorry it took a while for the echo to get to me. We're looking at the 2020 Ford F350 Super Duty Lariat truck.
That's right, and this thing is huge and it's packed with power and everything, you name it. But say, if you want to keep up to date with all the new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and you want to know how to use all the technology that's built into these cool brand new cars, plus you like cool collector car stories,
take a moment to hit that subscribe button down below and ring that bell notification up above so you never miss a video.
So what do you say, Nate?
Oh, let's go for a ride.
We are off today in a Ford F350 Super Duty with the big diesel. I gotta tell you, it's a super long wheelbase and it's fairly wide, but it's a comfortable ride. I would have thought with the 350 with the extra, stiff suspension for hauling, because this thing can haul a ton, it would be more bouncy.
Right.
But it's not.
Oh, it's very
It's surprisingly very comfortable in here. So, wow, kudos for that. Getting in and out, this has running boards or side steps on there, along with grab handles, so it makes it easy to get right up in it. Although it is a hike. You are sitting way up, and
you got a great commanding view.
Oh, I love it.
Up
Absolutely love it. Up here. Yes.
I see cloud formations now.
Down below. And then just the way everything is laid out here in the interior, of course, you've got your voice command, you've got all your dashboard, driver's information center controls that you can look at, and information you can look at, which is all on your steering wheel. You got voice command, and then if you need to reach over, you can go to the infotainment screen and use that there. But just very well laid out, all the buttons and everything for your windows and your mirror controls. Everything's just right there. Now, in terms of parking, well, you're parking a house. I mean, this thing is huge. So it does come with with not only a bed camera, but also a rear view backup camera with dynamic swivel guidelines. So it makes it about as easy as it can get on something this size.
And you got these huge power operated mirrors.
Correct, and then not only do they the top portion power adjust, the bottom portion would be a manual adjustment, but you can power slide them in and out too. Overall, I like it.
I do too. It's really nice.
Man,
I am surprised by how nice it does ride.
Yes.
And of course, one of my favorite parts about it though is just hearing the clatter of that big 6.7 liter Powerstroke turbo diesel engine. You hear a little bit of it, just enough to remind you, yeah, it's a diesel.
All right, so I'm going to pull over here in a minute, and we'll let Rob drive and see what he thinks from this seat.
Oh boy, I like this commanding view. Sound and quietness. You do get to hear the rumble of that diesel, that clatter of that diesel, and I love it. But it's not intrusive, and even though Nathan is way out in the back 40. Mending fences, you can still hear me fine, right? I mean,
yep.
It's easy to talk, it's quiet, it's well dampened, it's fantastic. Talk about some of the safety systems on this vehicle. Who cares? You're bigger than everything else, you'll just drive right over it. So, no, I mean, it does have anti-lock brakes, you got the camera system, you have cross traffic alert, and so many other things, and I'll tell you about some of those things on my outside review. Fit and finish. Boy, it's nice in here. It's not a truck, typical truck looking interior to me. This is way upscale. How's it back there, Nate?
It's I'm in another time zone.
How's the comfort and leg room and stuff like that?
The seats are very comfortable. I can't put this one down because there's a latch on the other side, but
Okay.
I have maybe roughly a half a mile between my knees and the seat up here. It's very comfortable.
Yeah, I go back to what Nathan said earlier, though, on the whole thing about just the overall comfort and the height. It's and the ride. It's not bouncy. This is a heavy duty. This is a 3500 Super Duty, and it is not bouncy. And we don't have there's no load in the back, and we're not towing anything. But I'll tell you, it's very, very, very compliant ride. So I want to take a look, and we're going to try acceleration here. That we're out on a country road, so we're about 5 miles an hour. Hold on, Nate. We're going to punch it. Here we go. Takes a second.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, you. Jeez.
Took a second for it to spool up, so there is a little turbo lag, but we spun the back wheels. Did you hear that chirp?
Oh yes, I heard him chirping.
And then I got to the speed limit really quickly, and yeah. Wow.
Considering what weight and size you're moving.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's that torque.
Yeah.
That's that 1,050 pound-foot of torque just digging away at that asphalt back there and saying, "Let me go, gravity." Okay, so that's it for our ride, but coming up is my exterior review, followed right after that by Nathan's interior review, and you're going to want to see this. It's absolutely beautiful. There's so much room. They're so well put together. It's a beautiful interior as much as it is a beautiful exterior, so stay tuned. The F350 Super Duty is available in 3 levels. There's a 350 XL starting at $35,550. The 350 XLT starts at $40,340, and the Lariat F350 starts at $48,450. Of course, all are available in either regular cab, super cab, and crew cab with either 6 3/4 or 8-foot bed length. And of course, wheelbases of 142 inches up to 176 inches and 2-wheel drive or all-wheel drive configurations. This is a 2020 Ford F350 Super Duty Lariat truck, and it's presented here in iconic silver, and it has a beautiful black leather interior, and this vehicle is stickered at $78,395. It's powered by a 6.7 liter direct injected 32 valve V8 Powerstroke turbo diesel engine, and it produces 475 horsepower and 1,050 pound-foot of torque. It's driven with a TorqShift 10-speed SelectShift Automatic with Selectable Drive Modes. Now, out front, this particular vehicle does have the quad dual beam LED automatic headlights with the delay off and signature LED daytime running lights. Down below it has the halogen fog lights, and you see it does have the big black gloss black grille and surround with the black chrome Ford logo. It also does have the body colored bumper with gloss black tow hooks and the gloss black fog light trim as well, and it does have the matte black lower spoiler. Underneath, there are also transfer case and fuel tank skid plates, and up top are variably intermittent windshield wipers, and way up top, it does have LED roof clearance lights. Let's take a look along the side. Okay, looking along the side, these are the 20-inch high gloss black premium painted aluminum wheels, and they're wrapped in 275 65R 20E Michelin all-season tires. Now this also does have 4-wheel disc anti-lock brakes, and it has 14.29-inch front and rear rotors. Now it is a monobeam front axle with coil spring suspension, heavy-duty gas shock absorbers and stabilizer bar, and a solid axle with leaf springs and heavy-duty gas shocks out back. This also does have electronic shift-on-the-fly transfer case, and I really do like down below the 6-inch angular ebony black running boards. Now those are fixed in place, but they really help getting in and out of this. Now it does have rear wheel liners. It has Powerstroke trailer tow mirrors that are powered, heated, telescoping, power fold away, and they actually have the LED spotlights and the ebony black painted caps, and it does have puddle lights as well. You do have body colored door handles, and it is keyless entry, and you see you do have the keypad as well. I like the blacked out B-pillar trim, and you also have the black window trim and beltline trim as well. Up top, there is a power panoramic sunroof. Let's take a look around the back. Okay, out back it does have the LED tail lights, and I like the signature pattern. It does have a power sliding rear window with privacy glass. You have a rear view camera here and a trailer camera with light, and you also have a gooseneck and bed camera up top as well. I like the blacked out Ford logo, and it does have the body colored bumper with matte black step tailgate and box rail trim. It also does have the conventional 7-pin connector, and you see it does have the rear backup sensors. Okay, let's take a look at the cargo box, or the truck bed. The cargo box volume is 65.5 cubic feet. Now, cargo box floor length, 81.9 inches. The height, 21.1 inches. The box width between the wheel houses is 50.5 inches, and the maximum box width at the floor is 66.9 inches. Now, the opening at the tailgate is 60.5 inches, and the open tailgate to the ground, liftover, is 36.9 inches. Maximum payload is 6,770 pounds. There is LED box lighting, there are cargo tie downs, and it has the tailgate step with the access handle, and as I've said before, it does have the integrated pin connector down below for the hitch. And you pull this out and it goes right up, and there you go. You can get right up in the truck. So that's what I'll do. Let's talk about some of the safety systems on this truck. Well, it has ABS, traction control, electronic stability control, blind spot monitoring. It has a trailer tow camera system. It has advanced track with roll stability control. It has trailer sway control and hill start control, as well as cross traffic alert. I really do like that. Now, some of the options included on this F350 Lariat are the fifth wheel gooseneck hitch prep package, the FX4 off-road package, and as you saw earlier, the LED roof clearance lights. It does have inside the Sync 3 communications and entertainment system. This particular one also has, we live in Minnesota, so snowplow prep package. And another option is this tailgate step and handle, as well as the factory sprayed in bed liner, and another option on this one is remote start. Let's take a look and talk about the dimensions. Okay, front track is 68.3 inches, rear track 67.2 inch. Overall width is 80 inches, not including the mirrors. Length, 250 inches, 20.8 feet. Height, 81.3 inches, and it rides on a wheelbase of 160 inches or 13.3 feet. Its gross vehicle weight is 14,000 pounds. It has a minimum ground clearance of 8.2 inches. The front overhang is 38.2 inches. The rear overhang is 52 inches. Now, it does have an approach angle of 18 degrees, has a departure angle of 21 degrees, and it has a breakover angle of 22 degrees. And as you could imagine, this does have a pretty large turning circle of 53 feet. Now, its fuel tank capacity, 34 gallons of diesel. Now, maximum conventional trailering is 24,200. Maximum fifth wheel trailering is 31,600, and maximum gooseneck trailering or towing is 37,000 pounds. Now, let's talk about Spade. Safety, of course, being first. Well, National Highway Traffic Safety has an overall 5.5 stars. Front driver rating is 5.5 stars. Front passenger rating, 5.5 stars. Performance, 0 to 60, 7.5 seconds. Quarter mile, 15.6 seconds. And it has a top speed of 96 miles per hour. Now, the appearance, well, it looks like a standard F-150 on steroids. It's easily recognized as a Ford F-Series pickup truck. and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Dependability. Basic warranty, 36 months, 36,000 miles. It has a powertrain warranty of 60 months, 60,000 miles, and it has a roadside assistance coverage for 60 months and 60,000 miles. Economy, no idea. But you know, it's big and bold, and not only can it tow a house, but it can probably tow your entire neighborhood. So who cares about fuel mileage or miles to the gallon? Actually, when you buy these, you're buying these for work. So fuel consumption is not a big deal on these. So in summary, you know, big trucks like these are normally set up to ride better when there's a load involved. But this Ford Super Duty is also civilized while unladen. At work or play, the suspension is wonderfully compliant. Also, updates to the 6.7 liter turbo diesel's engine allow easier access to power at lower RPMs. And that new 10-speed automatic transmission make the Super Duty more efficient. Overall, it's a fantastic package. It's an absolutely beautiful truck, and it will do whatever you need it to do when it comes to towing and hauling. So now let's take a look inside, but before we do, take a moment, give us a like, leave us a comment, and don't forget to click on that subscribe button down below. So what do you say, Nate? Take it away.
All right, so stepping on the inside, you know, you got some soft touches up here. This is a little bit soft, not quite hard. This is hard plastic, but you do have massive storage in here. You got 2 trays plus your bottle holder. You got one of your Bang & Olufsen speakers. You have your unlock and lock buttons plus 3-person memory setting for the drivers. Your door opening handles underneath this handle and right by this nice fake wood trim here. And then the window switches is auto up and down for the front, and it's just standard power windows for the rear. You have your power folding mirror button here, and then your window lockout, your standard mirror controls, and then the mirrors do slide in and out, and they do it with power, and you just use these 2 buttons to do that. All right, the seats are 10-way power, and that includes a two-position lumbar, and it is exactly the same on both sides, driver and passenger. Down here, of course, you do have a left footrest. It's a lot flatter than in a car, but it works really well. You have a foot parking brake right here, and then, of course, your pedals there. I do like it anytime they have extra storage, and you can see that right there. And then coming up a little bit, you have your tailgate release button right here. This does have power adjustable pedals right here. Okay, up here you have all your lighting controls, and you have fog lights, you have your bed light, you have all of your light controls built in right here, and then your brightness or dimness controls for the dashboard. These 2 buttons here, if the lights are on, will activate your mirror lights. So if you're working in the dark, you can turn on the left mirror light or the right mirror light for a little extra light at night. This is a power tilt and telescope steering wheel. All right, let's step in. Okay, it is a push start. I like the built Ford Tough. It shows up in the middle here. Okay, so up front here, you've got your RPM gauge, and then you have got, of course, your speedometer, and then in the middle, you got your driver's information center. Up here, you got your oil gauge, you got your engine temperature gauge, you've got your gas gauge, and then, of course, your turbo boost gauge. Down below, of course, you got your odometer, you've got your gear selector indicator, you have your lane keeping assist indicator graphic above that, you've got tire pressure indicator, and then, of course, a compass. Moving back on the steering wheel, you have these 4 arrows plus the OK button to control the driver's information screen. You have all of your cruise control buttons right here. So over here, you've got your volume up, your volume down, and then you can change stations or tracks right here. Down here, you've got your mute. You've got your voice command button, which will run things like your navigation and your media and your phone. And then, of course, you have your phone buttons down here. Now, over here at the top of the gear selector lever, you have a drive mode button, and if you click that, you can go through normal, tow haul, eco, slippery, or deep snow and sand. All right, so we're going to just switch back that to normal. All right, moving on over a little bit further to the right, You do have your four-wheel drive system here. So you got 2 high, 4 low, and then you can pull this out to lock the rear axle. And then on the front, it's a manual lock. So you have to get out there and adjust that. But I do believe there's a setting you can click to that's auto, so that when you lock the rear, it also locks the front at the same time. All right, moving on over to the infotainment screen just above that, you have got right here, this button here is your engine brake. Okay, you can turn that on or off. Over here is your traction control on or off, your hazards, your hill descent control, your lane keeping assist, and then your rear view camera, which you can just touch and click. Okay? The infotainment itself is a Sync 3 system. This does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, AM FM radio, and HD radio as well. And it's a very, very nice sounding Bang & Olufsen sound system. You have your physical buttons here for your infotainment screen controls. You got a power on off, you got a volume, you've got a tune, you got 6 presets right here that are physical buttons. And you got, of course, you got your forward and backwards buttons. Moving on down a little bit below, first of all to the left, you got your trailer brake controller, and then you have your dual zone auto climate control with, of course, your sort of your standard buttons right here. Again, I like it when they put the sync button right in as a physical control. Down here you've got a 3-stage cooled seat, and boy, do you feel that fan go when you turn that on. And you got 3-stage heated seats on both sides, and of course this is your fan control and this is your mode control. So down here you do have a wireless phone charger, and you do have a standard USB and a USB-C, so the smaller one down in here, and this does fit a full-size smartphone. Okay, and then of course you can cover that up if you want. Down here, I'll move these 2 items out here, but you've got a nice storage here, with quite big area for a center console. And then, of course, you have your cup holders right here with a nice pass-through in case you want to lay something down in there. Now, the center console itself, of course, being this is a full-size truck, is absolutely huge. So you've got a storage tray here that's got some like a sticky cover on the bottom, not sticky to the feel, but it will keep things from sliding. And then you've got a just absolutely huge center console. You do have a, you can't really see it, but it's down in this corner. You got a 12-volt outlet, but just huge. Moving up back again to the front, just to the right of the stereo controls here, you do have a 12-volt and a 110-volt 400-watt household plug-in together. Hey, now coming over here, you have 2 glove compartments. So the first one pops up, you've got a little bit of storage in there, and it's actually fairly deep. It's about 6 to 8 inches deep in there, somewhere in there. And this part here again has kind of a rubberized thing to help keep things from sliding. Down here you have a soft opening glove compartment. You've got extra shelf in here to store things, and then a fairly good sized glove box down here. And then of course you can use your key to turn off the passenger airbag if you want to, although it is automatically sensing if someone's in the seat or not, and will shut itself off automatically. All right, moving up to the mirror, you do have a automatic dimming rear view mirror. Okay, and then up here you do have all of your controls for your lights in the car, and you have your controls here for your sliding panoramic sunroof and tilting sunroof, and then over here is the shade controls. And then, of course, these 2 are just the lights for reading lights. Okay, back here they've built in 6 auxiliary switches for you that are ready to go, ready to be just pre-wired right from the engine. And so you can add up to 6 accessories, and you'll have an automatic button for them all. This is your power sliding rear window in the back. And of course, these are sensors that are built in, so that as part of the security system, if you get out of the car and leave it, if it senses something come in the car or movement, it'll sound an alarm. Okay, you can also download the app, and from there you can control a lot of things and see a lot of things, about the car, like how much fuel you have left, where it's parked, unlock and unlock it, remote start it, all that kind of stuff. So that is a really neat feature. And of course, you got a little storage area right here, which has got a kind of a sticky bottom again to help keep things from sliding. And then one of your Bang & Olufsen speakers. Up here, you do have backlit mirrors, and they are telescoping. And it's the same on both sides. Okay, let's step into the back and take a look at that. All right, well, normally I have to kind of kneel down to show you the door, and today I don't have to because this is a very tall truck. But you do have, of course, the same combination you had on the front door. You have this nice, fake wood trim right in here. I really like that. And then, of course, you have a little storage here, and then kind of a miniaturized version of the storage area at the bottom of the door, along with one of your speakers. Of course, your window switch is right there. All right, let's step in. All right, well, the first thing you're going to notice is, this seat is left where it was, and I have got about, it's close to a foot of space. It's maybe, maybe it's 10 inches, but it is just, wow, huge. Headroom-wise, I've got an inch. So I'm 5'11.5", and I'm very comfortable in here. And I gotta say, the seats back here are nice. They're cushioned. I really, really like that. You've got 2 seat back pockets on either side. You got 2 cup holders up here. Of course, your vent controls. And then down here you have a standard USB and a USB-C. And then another 110 400 watt household plug-in back here as well. And in addition to that, you have a 12 volt outlet. Both outboard seats have 2-stage heating on them. Okay, and then in the center, of course, the armrest does pull down. And then if you push right here, you get 2 additional cup holders. So 4 cup holders in the rear, 4 in the front, if you count the doors. But again, I like this elevated part right here. Okay, it's a very comfortable back row. All right, now these seats do fold up, and we'll show you that and show you some storage underneath. So to fold this part of the seat up, right down here, there's just a little cloth pull lever. If you pull that, you can push the seat up. And then underneath here, you can see this box right here is built in. So you got storage underneath here. You can lock this just simply by moving this lever. Okay, and then you've got some tools that are stored underneath here. Now the seats are locked in place, and to get them down is the same process we use to put them up. So you just grab that same piece of cloth, pull up, and the seat comes down. So really easy to do, and you get some extra storage that's just right underneath your seats. Man, I tell you what, overall, what a beautiful truck. Spacious, powerful, and has a whole lot of amenities on it. Thanks for watching.
Hey folks, I'm Rob.
And I'm Nathan.
And today, never mind, I don't know what I'm thinking. Let's do
that
this
isn't
again.
the first time he hasn't known what he's thinking.
And you're gonna go way out back.
What? Yeah, you are. It's like the what do they call that? The outfield?
Right, or the back 40. This is a pickup truck, work truck, so it should be the back 40.
The back 40?
Yeah.